Welcome to the MSD of Mt.Vernon and our digital learning overview. Technology-infused learning environments are a part of MSD Mt.Vernon. Driving the achievement, the MSD sits at the forefront of cutting-edge technology-based education. Technology is heavily integrated into the instructional process across all grade levels. For example, let's go to the iPad cart first, and we'll take a look at what we've got going on in all of our schools. Classroom instruction in all curricular areas use the iPad carts. Students are able to demonstrate mastery through different presentations that they put together on the iPads, for taking online tests, and even using voters with a whiteboard so that they can let teachers know in bell ringers or checks for understanding that they have mastery. Examples of what we might use those iPad carts for in the regular classroom would be, for example, putting together a research paper or doing research on a paper with Google Docs and then collaborating, exam view tests, and many, many other types of activities. 21st Century Learning Community Center, which is an after-school program at West, also utilizes iPad carts to serve over 90 students in grades 2 through 5, each Monday through Thursday from 2:45 until 5:15. They use the iPad carts for core content such as language arts, math, science, and social studies, also to help students with their homework, and sometimes even to begin to learn a foreign language. Title I, which is a federal program, is a supplemental reading and math instructional program. Title I uses the iPad carts for remediation in iStep and also to help students get ready to take the iRead 3 test. We have a curriculum coach that developed 8 reading strategies that the students at West Elementary into the Title I school utilize. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But part of the reason that I wanted to bring that up at this point, West Elementary went from a C school to an A school, and I think a lot of that is due to the embedded technology at West Elementary. Special education students also utilize the iPads for things such as read-alouds with Dragon Dictation, the Show Me app for drawing apps, and the Number Liner, which helps get students ready for college and career readiness. Title III, ESL, which stands for English as a Second Language, also utilizes the iPads through a grant with an app called Translate that can translate many different languages into the English language. Language arts, digital curriculum, and other specific curricular areas. With the Indiana High Ability regulations, we have a language arts unit for K through 8 on Moodle. Learning Connection also has a closed community with resources for high ability students that are all online, and differentiated instruction then is embedded within the classroom. And that's supported by adaptive courseware or software like Plato. Adaptive courseware changes the level the student is exposed to. If a student gets a lot of answers correct, the content gets harder. If they miss several of the questions, it will level it back down. We also have Reading Streets and Wonders, which are the 2 new reading series, new textbooks for our kindergarten through 6th grade. We now have that in a complete digital component so that the textbook, the leveled readers, workbooks, assessments, and the teacher's manual are all online. We are getting ourselves ready for when we go to a one-to-one so that students will all have a device that they utilize, and their textbooks will actually be not paper pencil but online. Capstone My Own Reader is also used in the elementary schools for 24/7 ubiquitous access to books and comprehension tests. And of course, good old AR, Renaissance Learning Suite, still works for all of our students in grades K through 8 in that they're reading and taking comprehension tests online. Study Island provides language arts, math, science, and social studies core content. Criterion, which is a high school program that delivers writing prompts and cross-curricular writing that students do, and it gives them feedback on their technique. We utilize Overdrive, which is the public library book access for online books, as well as Kindle and Nook apps that are available as well. Each of the elementary schools, as well as junior high, deal with STEM Academy, with the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. At the high school, Define STEM is a program that was provided by a Monsanto grant that was written to purchase Define STEM, which is software, and iPads, the hardware to run the program. Define STEM delivers technical career, hands-on, real-life problem-solving scenarios in a myriad of technology fields that students normally would not have any exposure to at high school. Sea-Perch Robotics, which was underwritten by Posey County Community Foundation grant, allows kids in grades K through 12 to build robots for underwater competition. This is also a great outlet for our high ability students. Likewise, community partnerships were built with SABIC engineers who served as coaches for our teams. We've even had state and national championship teams in the Sea Perch competitions. Weatherbug stations are also prevalent at all of the schools. With our local Weather Channel feed to Channel 14, the rural schools, a lot of times, those cameras are utilized by our local media outlet to show what kind of weather is existing out there. Likewise, we have lightning tracker on all of them so that we can make sure that our students stay safe and we know where lightning is. Likewise, there's integrated lessons for K through 8 that deal with science with Weatherbug. Discovery Education Tech Book, and notice I said tech, not text book. We have adopted an online tech book in grades K through 5. So a complete science curriculum that is online and not paper pencil. One of the nice things about the Discovery Education Tech Book is that it is an outlet as well with or a derivative of the Discovery Channel. So many of the science topics are supplemented by video clips from the Discovery Channel. Likewise, Apex, 10 Marks, and Plato Mathematics round out our articulated skills continuum, and it easily adapts to differentiation for the high ability, middle ability, and low ability students. Some other digital tools that we utilize. Nearpod is used by teachers to build their own lessons and build their own curriculum online. Likewise, Studio 92 is at the Mt.Vernon High School. That is a student-oriented broadcast studio integrating several different curricular areas into grades 6 through 8. Watch for productions on YouTube and Facebook daily from Studio 92. Apex is an alternative school curriculum that is utilized for regular education and special education, alternative school. Likewise, Apex provides tutorials for remediation for math and English. Apex is a robust curriculum that has all different curricular areas, including foreign languages, PE, many areas. Learning.com is a program we utilize for digital citizenship taught through content areas. It has a warehouse of shared digital lessons as well throughout that are shared by teachers throughout the United States. NBC Learn helps us with social studies, and of course we have the active tables in all schools that allow 6 students at a time to work in varying levels with technology. Promethean Planet is also available for whiteboard lessons that teachers put together, and Apple TVs, Dropbox, and Google Apps all help round out some of the other digital tools that we have available. Dropbox is a tool that is used for administrative counsel to deliver the agendas and any paperwork that needs to be done, as well as Dropbox is also utilized now for school board meetings and allows at-home access for teachers who want to take work home but don't necessarily want to take the paperwork with them. They can do it digitally. Digital Learning Day is every day at the MSD of Mt.Vernon. We have participated for 3 years in Digital Learning Day, and last year with over 75 participants participating. It is a district priority, and we are very anxious to see how many people do take part in Digital Learning Day. Digital Learning Day asks staff to try one new thing with technology, and it's amazing the different types of tools and applications that teachers utilize on this special day. Teacher tools include, and I like to count TIS, and that's why it's very large there in the center. That stands for Technology Integration Specialist. That stands for 3 people, and we'd like to expand that to 5 people that are in school technology specialists, helping teachers to learn technology, integrate it into their curriculum, help them learn new tools, new ideas, and new ways, and collaborate with them. So we have a very important all-time, full-time professional development component with the support of our technology integration specialists. GroupWise is used as our mail system. Skyward is a new student management system that contains a new student report card and something called ExamView that allows teachers to build their tests, give their tests on the computer, and ExamView actually grades it and puts the student's grade in the student report card. My Big Campus and Google Apps are both collaborative and communication tools that are utilized at the MSD of Mt.Vernon. 5-Star is an important part, and 5-Star is also called Pivot, as you can see there. Pivot allows us to have a student data warehouse with longitudinal data for students on all the different tests that are given and assessments that are given in the MSD of Mt.Vernon. Likewise, 5-Star also has a component for the RISE teacher evaluation, allowing the administrators who are supervisors to do evaluations utilizing their iPad with an online format for the new teacher evaluation system. PD Express is a scheduler that schedules professional development training that our TIS provide and others. Likewise, it allows teachers to have a place to record all of their professional development endeavors to keep track for staff licensure. Build Your Own Curriculum and Standards Insight are tools that are helping us transition to college and career readiness, the new standards that are coming down the pike in Indiana and across the nation. QR codes are also something that we utilize. In fact, we've built QR codes for Facebook page links for a district brochure that will be coming to you soon, and for things such as math problems. We use QR codes for lots of different things to take us quickly to a website or to a function. Pinterest is something else that teachers also utilize. Even though lots of different people utilize it, there are many, many teacher ideas and ways to share and collaborate using Pinterest. Assessments in MSD of Mt.Vernon are delivered online. Anything that we can deliver online, we do. iStep, iRead, iMast, iStar are all given online, as well as the end-of-course assessment at the high school. NWEA, which stands for Northwest Evaluation Association, is also a test given at the high school online. And AIMSweb, we progress monitor our students for RTI, which is response to instruction, utilizing AIMSweb online as well. Accuplacer, Acuity, Criterion, those are all names of different types of assessments that we utilize. And using then Pivot, which I'd mentioned earlier, which is 5-Star Pivot, to confirm, for example, student learning objectives for the RISE teacher evaluation. The Pivot also allows teachers to create groups with like needs in classrooms, to build small group and individual instruction, and also for student data analysis so that we can truly match the instruction to the needs of the child. Flipping your classroom, I'd mentioned this earlier. With Title I, the reading coach had put together 8 strategies for reading comprehension, and let's just visit that for just a moment. This is an example of one of the online videos.
Welcome to the Monitoring Comprehension Strategy. Now that students know that they have a reading voice and a thinking voice, we encourage them to use their thinking voice to monitor their comprehension.
In doing the strategies for reading comprehension, again, I mentioned that West Elementary moved from a C school to an A school. So to replicate the success, all 8 strategies, we created a flip your classroom video for each one of those 8 so that teachers across our district and even outside of our district can visit and do professional development training using this video series. So flipping the classroom is also utilized in other ways, such as if a teacher is going to be absent and he or she knows she's going to be absent, she might record, which I call flipping, record the instruction that the students can visit and have that instruction right there. So they don't lose any instructional time for a teacher being absent. So flipping your classroom is an example of a strategy we use to really maximize our technology. And finally, Mount Vernon Junior High School e-learning one-to-one initiative. In the fall of 2011, we began to explore the concept of providing a one-to-one e-learning computer pilot. This was a part of our 2012-2015 MSDMV District Technology Plan, Goal 3, was a strategy for a one-to-one pilot. We developed a teacher-led committee that met bi-monthly from January 2012 through the summer. They developed vision, goals, outcomes and metrics, researched one-to-one initiatives, and visited existing installations. From this committee, we chose a learning management system, and in our case it was My Big Campus, and we chose a technology device. And at the junior high, it was an iPad. iPads were then deployed to all 6th grade teachers to utilize in the spring of 2012 and through the summer to begin an installation with students in the 2012-2013 year. So during the summer, the technology integration specialist and myself, the director of curriculum grants and testing, worked with textbook companies to get a digital component because we wanted to do without textbooks. Teachers also developed digital curriculum and attended ongoing training on the use of the iPad and many of the different programs and apps that come with it, and developed a take-home video acceptance test for families so that when we began to deploy it, we could make sure that everyone was on the same page, parents, students, and staff. Then in August of 2012, we distributed the iPads for in-school use only for about a week. We conducted the iPad orientation night then for parents and students in grade 6. At that meeting, parents and students viewed a take-home acceptance video. They signed AUPs and we distributed logins and passwords, and then students took the iPads home for 24/7 ubiquitous usage beginning about the second week of August in 2012. So from 2012 and 13, during that year, we continued with ongoing staff training and collaboration with staff as we fine-tuned the pilot. The technology integration specialist for the 6th through 8th grade span was actually housed in the 6th grade wing for delivering immediate support to teachers and to students and parents. In 2013-2014, all 6th grade and 7th grade students received an iPad, and basically we deployed it with the same kind of care and implementation strategies. Virtual textbooks in all subjects taught and an endless toolkit of learning applications are available for 6th and 7th graders. We're planning for 8th grade to join the one-to-one initiative in the 2014-2015 year. But to get a jump on things, we are also doing extensive planning for our next phase after the 8th grade join us in the one-to-one, and that is the high school 9 through 12, which is scheduled to be implemented in 2015-2016. Committees have been formed, and we're meeting monthly and going about the same research and development with the high school that we did with the junior high school. Thank you for listening to the MSD of Mount Vernon's technology journey, and we welcome you to visit us on Facebook and on any of our websites anytime. Thank you for joining us.